Last week, the Senate Banking Committee approved the Digital Asset Market Clarity Act, also known as the Clarity Act, in a 15-9 bipartisan vote. This marks a significant legislative milestone for the crypto industry, as the bill aims to provide regulatory clarity by defining jurisdictional boundaries between the SEC and CFTC. The Clarity Act would assign oversight based on whether a token is classified as a security or a digital commodity within a decentralized protocol. This structural element is central to the bill and has been a key demand from crypto industry stakeholders seeking consistent and predictable regulatory guardrails. The Clarity Act has been identified as the top legislative priority for the crypto industry. With the Senate Banking Committee's approval, the bill now moves forward in the legislative process, but not without hurdles. The Senate has limited time before the August 10 recess, during which substantive legislation typically does not advance. Galaxy Research estimates a 75% chance of the Clarity Act becoming law in 2026, with a potential presidential signing as early as August 3. That timeline requires Senate floor debate to begin in mid-June and reconciliation between the House and Senate to conclude by late July. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Prediction market Polymarket has adjusted the odds of the Clarity Act being signed into law in 2026 to 68%, up from 46% at the start of May. This shift reflects growing momentum, though it still falls short of the 75% estimate from Galaxy Research. Solana Policy Institute President Kristen Smith offers a more cautious outlook, estimating a 60% chance of passage. She acknowledges the bipartisan support, but notes that several challenges remain before the bill can reach President Trump's desk. The Clarity Act's jurisdictional framework could have far-reaching implications for the industry. By assigning oversight between the SEC and CFTC based on token classification, the bill could reduce regulatory ambiguity and provide clearer guidance for market participants. This is particularly important as the industry continues to evolve rapidly and faces increasing scrutiny from regulators. However, the success of the Clarity Act depends on how the final bill is negotiated between the House and Senate and how it is interpreted in practice. The bill's progress has already influenced market sentiment. Prediction platforms like Polymarket reflect growing confidence in its passage, which could signal broader acceptance of regulatory clarity in the crypto space. Investors and market participants are watching closely, as the Clarity Act could shape the future of digital asset regulation in the U.S. Despite the positive developments, uncertainty remains. The Clarity Act still needs to pass the full Senate and House, and the final version may differ from the current draft. The limited time frame before the August recess adds pressure to the legislative timeline. If the bill fails to pass before the recess, it may not advance until after the midterm elections, which could delay its implementation. The Clarity Act is a critical step toward a more structured and regulated crypto market. Its passage. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Could help reduce regulatory fragmentation and provide a clearer framework for innovation and compliance. However, the outcome is not guaranteed, and the final version of the bill will depend on negotiations and political dynamics in Congress. The next key signal to watch is whether the Senate floor debate begins as expected in mid-June. If the bill is approved on the floor and moves to the House, the reconciliation process will determine its final form. Market participants should closely monitor developments in the coming weeks, as the Clarity Act's fate could have significant implications for the crypto industry's regulatory landscape.